What is gwan peeps? What is gwan? I'm well late with it today. My patrons must be thinking, what the hell's going on, Val? You're getting later and later. But you know what it is? I'm reading Clearing Your Clutter, and it's just like, it's got me involved. I've started clearing some clutter I never thought I would do. So as a result, I keep like forgetting about what I'm doing with the daily spiritual tea. And so I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry. But today I thought I'm going to get 2 messages out. Oh, they could relate though. I'm going to use 2 different actual oracle cards. And the first one is Ask Your Guides. And then the second one is Wisdom of the House of the Night. And this is all about I think a lot of it's to do, it's Colette Boren Reid again. I love her cards. But I think it's got a lot to do with Lilith and what that association with that is and the messages that come out there. So I'm going to get a message from here first of all. So Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, thank you for your guidance, protection, assistance. Please give us the message. What messages do we need to hear today, Spirit? Thank you. What messages do we need to hear today? And I don't know if I'm going to do both of them, but it just depends on what comes out. So let's just see. So Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, thank you for your guidance, protection, assistance. Please give us the message. What do we need to know today, Spirit? What do we need to know? Thank you. So let's have a look. Let's see what comes out. Truth and higher self. Are you in a deep knowing? Have you been conversing with your higher self? I must admit, I have been neglecting. I've been so busy that I've been neglecting. And I say this, but I've made a resolve to myself that I'm going to stop it. But there is days I've been so busy that I don't even get a chance to meditate, to speak with my higher self, to understand and to tell myself some truths. And I don't know if that what this card is all about, but this is like seeking communion with spirit, isn't it? Let's get another card out, and I don't know why that's here, but we're going to put that on a pedestal and I might read that one. But let's see what else comes out with this one as well. It's like communion with spirit. Is there things that you need to understand? Are you going into your deeper self? Are you understanding what's going on around you? Is your third eye open? So let's get a card from here, because these again can be so deep. So bear with me a second, people. Let me give them a good shuffle, because I don't get these out very often. So let's have a look. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, thank you for your guidance, protection, assistance. Do you need to converse with spirit? Do you need to find ways to converse with spirit? Or are you doing that, but you're not using your intuition, or you're just not paying it much attention? Let's find out, shall we? So please give us the message. What messages? And now, I don't take dropouts, but look, the first one that's come out is the moon. I'm not taking that though. Is there things we need to be doing? Thank you, Spirit, Holy Angels. Thank you for your guidance, protection, assistance, guides, loveds, beloveds, angels, ancestors. What is it? Oh, do you see what I mean? Even though I've used 2 different decks, it's kind of like the same thing. Messages. I'm going to read both of them. Please bear with me, because they are short ones anyway. But for some reason, as I was saying, this is your higher self and truth. Is your higher self trying to talk to you? Trying to send you messages about something? I don't know. What is the message? Or is it just somebody in general wants to send you messages? Maybe somebody that... And I don't like to get this way, but it's like, is it somebody who wants to send you message from the other side? A beloved. Let's find out why the truth card is here, first of all. And they're very short passages, so please bear with me. Truth. Where is it? Is it give a number? Yes, number 21. Oh, 21. Okay. 2 + 1 is 3. That might mean something to you. But let's get this. So, So it says honesty, clarity, discipline, and intellect. Your higher self is present, activating your power of reason and intellect. It asks you to develop clarity and objectivity when looking at your life, rather than interpreting events through the murky, distorted waters of emotion. Strive to see the reality of what happened in the past so you can acquire a more accurate understanding of what's going on. You may notice things that make you uncomfortable or challenge your ethics. Ask your higher self to give you the courage to stand up for your truth and address difficult situations at their core, rather than distance yourself or pretend you don't see the real problems because they make you uncomfortable. Like the child in the fairy tale, the emperor's new clothes, your higher self is motivating you to not only see life more deeply, but to also share your perceptions with those around you. This is the time, for example, to address your unbalanced budget and look for ways to cut corners. It's also the time to acknowledge your ever-expanding waistline and seek out what's really eating at you. This is when you need to step away from your emotions and dispassionately study the problems at hand so that you can come to a solution without blame or projection. Yeah. Ask yourself what the problem is, not who the problem is. Only then can you begin to find real solutions with productive outcomes. The higher self is sharpening your perception and clarifying your views so that you can make important and necessary changes at this time. As Carl Jung once said, when the diagnosis is correct, the healing begins, and your higher self's message is, look for the truth behind appearances. Wow, that's deep. And you know what that says in one sentence? Look into yourself to solve your problems. Don't look at other people to solve your problems for you. Wow, but why is the message here? And again, that one was a bit longer than I expected, but these ones are definitely shorter. So 45, number 45. Let's see why this is here. Okay. So it says, I'm going to hold it up to you so you can see it. It's called The Message, and it says here, maybe someone will text you something nice, or you will find out about something in a phone call from a friend. Perhaps a letter will come in the mail, or maybe I will send you a sign in nature that will point you into the right direction. There you go. Your higher self. Regardless of what you ask, you will soon know the answer, or at the very least know the way. A message is coming. Choose another card if you need to know what the messages will be about. Shall we find out, people? Let's pick another card. That's interesting. Do you know what? I can't help myself. Please bear with me, people. Let's pick another card. It says if you want to know what the message is about, pick another card. So I'm doing that. You can't make this up. Self-worth. You can't make this up. Number 32. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 is change. So let's have a look at what it says for number 32. I'm just going to do this quickly. I'm going on a tangent now, but this is so interesting. I was just talking about going within to solve your problems, and what is the message? Is your higher self telling you that there's things that you can solve yourself? I need to hear this message today. Go within. Truth. The truth is there. The message is, you could look at two ways. Somebody wants to contact you. That wouldn't come out for no reason. But the self-worth. Look at this card. So it says here, when you draw this symbol, you are asked to consider what value do you place on yourself in your life? You can't make this up. Do you believe in yourself, or do you behave in a way that tells others you are not worthy? All my children act with self-respect, no matter the circumstances they call from. Self-worth. Self-esteem means that you will not allow yourself to be let into compromising situations. Love yourself, for I, Nux, love you dearly and want the best for you. Act as though you are worthy of only the best, and you shall have it. Keep your head high. It's all about the self-worth today, people. It's all about the self-worth. Let me put that on a pedestal. So the first card we got out was about conversing with your higher self, solving your problems yourself and not looking to other people to solve your problems. Do you blame other people for other things? Because there's a message in this for you. And I just, out of curiosity, I had to find out, because it said, If you receive this card, find out what the message is. And again, it's come round in a circle. It's about you. It's about your self-worth. It's about not letting people get in the way of what you are doing. Wow. So I'm going to get some tarot out. And I thought today I'm going to be very tame and get out the good tarot. I had these in competitions at one point, but you know, I have to stop that. I've still got cards here that I want to give away, and I haven't got round to it because I've been so busy. But I will get to it, people. I'm going to do another competition at some point. But let's get some cards out and figure out why this is here. About your self-worth. Did people make you feel unworthy? Is that what it is? Why is this here, Spirit? The truth about your higher self, the messages, and your self-worth. Do you know, immediately, I'm just looking at this as these 3 cards alone is just telling me a story. It's about, and what's coming to mind is that someone made you feel like you was unworthy. You had no self-worth, and you had to go within and find your higher self and talk to yourself and go through this dark night of the soul and understand that you are unique, you are special. And don't let people tell you otherwise. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, let's get some cards out and see where we're going from here. And today, I'm not going to keep you too long. I'm just going to do it quickly and see what comes out. So the 5 of water, the 3 of water. There's a lot of water here. The 4 of fire in reverse. Oh, wow. What else we got here? But we don't do reversals here. So Hermit. Oh, you see? And the Moon card. Okay. Again, this is all about your self-worth. Look, the 5 of water, the 5 of cups, the 5 of emotions, the 5 of, this is about missed opportunities. This is about regret. This is about, can you see this image? This person is really actually feeling like they lost out on something. They're feeling worthless about something. The 3 of water, the 3 of cups. Do you know what I mean? It's like, wow. Emotions again. The 3 of water is actually the 3 of cup or 3 of emotions, whatever way you want to look at it. But when you get emotions, water, cups, it's all about your emotional you and relationships. It's like, do you feel you missed out on something? But in actual fact, it was a third party situation? Or do you miss out on some kind of union or some kind of group? I think it's more to do with a union. Do you feel you missed out on a union? But in actual fact, Spirit's talking to you, your higher self. You've gone through a dark night of the soul. And this is the 4 of fire. This maybe have been a union. This maybe have been your 1111, because this is the 4 of wands. This may have been your 1111, but sometimes you got to separate yourself. And if you really are going through this journey, sometimes you have to separate yourself to understand and know, and go through the dark night of the soul and understand and know that you need to actually figure out what is really going on with you. Because this is about your higher self talking to you, sending you messages about your higher self and your self-worth. Do you know, here, what I'm seeing here is, you can't make this up. You know, this is about you going into hermit mode, stepping back, understanding that you need to figure out things for yourself and don't look at other people to solve your problems. I'm a Nichiren Buddhist, and I'll tell you something. One of the biggest things that is about Nichiren Buddhism is the problems you have, you need to solve them in order to create happiness in your life. Okay, you can only make yourself happy. And one of those things is actually solving the problems. Don't look to other people to solve your problems. You know, especially emotional problems, especially physical problems. Like, for example, you need money for something. Manifest it. Find a way to do it. Legally, of course. Find a way to do it. But don't thrust it on somebody else and expecting them to support you in your money issues. No. Figure out your money issues. Figure it out. And yes, when I say support, I mean literally people flinging money at you or you begging for money or whatever. Have people that will support you, show you the way. But at the same time, It is your problem and your problem alone. So go into that hermit mode, converse with spirit, converse with the universe, whatever you want to call it. Okay? Because some of you, things that have been hidden in the dark will be revealed to you. And this is what the message and the self-worth is about. But you need to converse. You need to understand that it's, I'm telling you, this is deep. This is another deep message. It's about your self-worth, your higher self. It's the messages you're not taking on. I'm telling you, it's all about the self-worth today. Wow. But in other news, and I'm not going to keep you, but in other news, somebody's in regret because they had you in a third-party situation. They realise what this union is. But you're in hermit mode because you know this person, whoever this is, whoever your person is hiding from you. I mean, you can look at it in another way. You can look at it as there's people in your life that are now in regret because you've released them. You've released them. They may be at some point your soulmates, but you went into hermit mode because you knew they were hiding things from you. You can see it as a group of people. You can see it as soul tribe. You could see it as a union. But here's what we got at the bottom of the deck. The Seven of Fire, which is the Seven of Wands. Wow. The Seven of Wands. The Fool card, people wanted to come forward again. And then we've got you, the boss bitch, the boss man. This is the Queen of Pentacles. The Six of Swords. And the Nine of Swords. Now, my mind, if you've realised, has gone completely blank. But I know what it is. I know what it is now. You know that people... Here we go. For a minute, my mind went blank there, and I don't understand why. But I'll tell you what it is. The Seven of Fire is you protecting yourself, protecting your energy, protecting your space, protecting your higher self. But are you protecting yourself? I had this message before. A, you might be protecting yourself too much, but B, you are protecting yourself from energies that are just not warranted. Do you know what I mean? Is there somebody in your life that wants to come forward? They're looking at you as this person who's now gained their self-worth. Remember the self-worth? Who's gained their self-worth? And these people are looking at you now. These people are looking at you now and wanted to go to calmer waters with you. But is it that, this is the Nine of Swords. Is it that these are people that have betrayed you in the past? And you're just thinking, I need to protect my energy, protect my space, whatever. Because they're in regret now. And they realise what this union is. And they see now that you're in hermit mode because of things that they've hidden from you. Do you give this a chance? I keep getting this message. Do you give this a chance? Do you give this a chance? I'm not gonna drag this out, people, because this is deep. But do you drag this out? Because at the same time, somebody's in regret because you're protecting your energy. You saw what they were doing. But now they want to take a leap of faith because they realise what this situation is. They could have been this person, but this is more likely to be you, the boss bitch, the boss man, and you've gone into hermit mode. You've just gone into hermit mode. You've gone to calmer waters because you knew there were secrets being hidden from you. And now whoever this person is who wants to send you the message. I'm feeling this deep in my soul. Why did this come out? Because there's two stories here. The first one is about you, yourself, your higher self, conversing with spirit, getting the messages, understanding and knowing, and meditating and going within. Because your higher self wants to send you a message and it's about your self-worth. What are you going to do about it, people? Because somebody in their Nine of Swords energy is upset. Who's upset? It's like they're losing sleep. I mean, it looks like a gay old time here, but let me tell you something. The Nine of Swords is all about releasing anxieties. Do you know, it's like normally, I'm going to tell you, normally the Nine of Swords is about losing sleep, worry, stress. But you see this, somebody's releasing that. If you look at this picture good, somebody is releasing the stress, the cares, the worries. Do you know, and if you listen to the actual message from the Oracle card, especially this one, you can solve those problems within with help of spirit. You know, help of spirit, help of your universe, whoever you want to call it, God, universe, spirit, Mahatma Gandhi, whatever you want to call it. Do you know, the council, I've heard, you know, the council, whatever. But your higher self and the truth will be revealed to you. Do you know? Anyway, I'm not going to drag this out. I'm going to leave it here. Because there's a reason why I went completely blank there for a minute. It's like Spirit was trying to tell me something, not to take it any further. I don't know. But here you go. This is about, there's two messages here. This is about you finding your self-worth, about you going within, with you actually figuring out certain things, and that you are on this divine journey. But what you've got to understand is don't put your problems on other people. Don't look to other people to solve your problem. Solve it yourself. And that's one of the fundamental rules, I have to say, of Buddhism. And just like spirituality, we are all connected in one. And we've got to learn to help each other rather than hinder each other. What was that quote that I got? Somebody, I don't know where I got it from, but it was people more worship materialism than people. And it should be the other way around. You should be worshipping people rather than materialism. Because you can't take it with you, but your soul lives on for eternity after eternity. You've got to look after your soul first. Look after other people first that deserve it. Look after your spirituality as well as your material. Yes, you need to be comfortable. I want to be comfortable. I want it to the point where, you know, I don't have to think about it. I don't have to think about money. Do you know what I mean? But your soul lives on. And if you're just on this materialistic thing, is that really going to make you happy? Some people say, yes, money makes you happy. But once you've got that money, what's next? What's next? What are you going to do with that money? Because like I like to use the analogy, your dream home is this great big mansion. Okay, and you've got the mansion now. So, but what you didn't realise was that mansion with 20 bedrooms, it's got to be cleaned. You've got to hire cleaners. You've got to hire a gardener. You know, if you've got 20 rooms and they're not being used, what was the point? And it's just you. What was the point? People don't think about these things. You want these things, but you don't think about the actions and the consequences of it. You've got this 20 mansion house. You've got this 20 mansion house, but it needs to be cleaned. It needs to be maintained. It needs to be upkept. Do you imagine heating a 20-room home? Especially in this day and age. Think about that, people. You could have all the money in the world, you know, but is it really going to make you happy? Is it really going to make you happy? Think about that. And so, if this message resonates you, I know it was a bit up and down today, but the main message here is clear. It's about you. It's about your self-worth. It's about the messages you're receiving and not listening to. Do you know, whether it's from your higher self, whether it's from spirit, whether it's from, do you know, if you go to specific tarot readers, I mean, if you, like for me, for example, although I do tarot readings, I'd like to put things in perspective rather than thinking, well, I'm a fortune teller, I'm going to tell the future. Do you know, for me, that is secondary, third, fourth, fifth. I'd rather that you got the perspective and understand where this is going and what the cards are showing us, rather than I'm obsessed with the future. I want to know what's going to happen in the future. Because, you know, the future is not written. The future is not written. Your past is gone. We've got to live in the now. And the future is, you can give a possible future from day to day, but it's about the perspective you're getting from it. If a tarot reader is just reading cards and telling you this is what's happening, this is your future, this is it, why are you going to that tarot reader? And then they're trying to sell you all sorts of nonsense. Why are you going to that tarot reader? A tarot reader for me is like they just use the cards as a tool. They use the cards as a tool to actually, yes, get a message, but it's also about the perspective of what you're seeing and why the cards are there. Is Spirit trying to tell you something? Because it's all about the energy at the end of the day, what energy that comes from those cards. Because it's just a tool. And yes, I love my tarot cards, but I use it as a tool. And, sometimes I have to give pep talks. And sometimes it's not good news. And people don't like it sometimes. I'm one of those tarot readers that will tell you like it is and how I see it. And it's like, at the end of the day, if you are going through cycles, and I can see it and I tell you you're going through cycles, and you're not thinking about your self-worth, your self-respect, whatever, and you're receiving the messages over and over again, and you're not listening to your higher self. You're not listening to the truth or the higher self. What are you doing with your life? Anyway, I'm going to stop it because I don't want to offend anybody. But for me, tarot cards is a means to an end. Because I could look at one tarot card and speak about it for an hour. Just that message alone. But I don't. Because there's messages that we need to give. And, I'd really like to help the collective. I really like to help the collective. So, if this message resonates, please show your appreciation. There's links in the description. But even if it's to subscribe, hit the alert bell when I'm going to do another video. Because as you know, I've got, I don't just do this. I do longer videos. I talk about the divine journey. Relationships, whatever. I do on a Friday now. I've started on a Friday doing zodiac signs live. So come over to my other channel because this is on Valerie's Natural Oracle Shorts. But if you want zodiacs on a Friday night, and it's usually 7 o'clock, okay, this is what I've been doing lately. If you want that, and or you want longer videos, because I do all sorts of nonsense, okay, then come and join me over Valerie's Naturals Oracles as well. All the links to everything is in the description below. But most of all, please show your appreciation. Please, if the message resonates with you, even subscribing and thumbs up in, I pick up your energy and I can pick up more of what's going on. So until next time, people, I'm going to shut up and leave you to your day because I did this late enough as it is. But I just, for some reason, the later messages always give me something deep to think about, rather first thing in the morning. First thing in the morning, I'm groggy, that's what it is. Anyway, I will catch up with you people. Take care till next time.